on Unlisted. So let's go ahead and get this thing started, guys. So I just want to say, first of all, for those that don't know me, I'm pretty sure everybody does, but just to open this up, my name is Abigail Poston. I'm 27 years old. I've been a part of IM Mastery Academy now for the last 4 years, and I couldn't be more excited, more grateful to still be rocking and rolling. I've seen this company go literally from 0 to 100. The growth has been inspiring, and it's the leadership is what's really kept me here, alongside the incredible products that we have, the strategies, the mentors, and the community. And this is why we wanted to put this call on today and have Mikey come on, our chairman 25, soon to be chairman 50, and just pour into us and really have this exclusive time to ask him questions to help you guys go and build out your business, get you guys to your next ranks, platinum 150, platinum 600, P1000, and some of you guys on this call to P2000 and above. So really make the most of this time, guys. Mikey's time is extremely valuable. We got to squeeze this in for this Saturday. So you guys are obviously dedicated and committed to building yourself, building a team, and really making an impact. So I'm going to pass it over to Mikey. Bro, go ahead and just kind of do your thing. We're going to open it up for specifically Q&A, and we can do roundtable style, however you want to do.
For sure. No, definitely great to be here. Definitely appreciate the invitation. And yeah, we could really just use this next early 30 minutes, 35 minutes, however long we go, for whatever questions you guys have. I think the easiest will be in the chat box. If you guys can use this chat box for questions. I will tell you that I've been doing this for a long time, this industry, and I've seen the most effective trainings are usually Q&As. So if you guys want to jump in the chat box, I'll use the whiteboard so it's somewhat organized. But any questions on the business, we want to keep it 90% definitely business trainings. Maybe at the end I'll answer a few trading stuff, but really, what does it take to get to 10,000 a month, 25,000 a month, 50,000 a month in this industry? Let's talk about those things. Okay, so you guys can just all drop questions, and then I'll go back and forth with the whiteboard and the chat. So let me mute all these chats. Okay, cool. So what is the key factor in starting momentum? Is understanding two things. Number one, momentum starts with you. Okay. When my business was not growing, or if my business is in a place where it's not where I want it to be, if I'm not earning the amount of money that I want to earn, I have to understand that it starts with me. Now, what does that mean? Like, what should I actually be doing? Okay. This business, just like colleges, universities, churches, you have to be focused on recruiting. You have to be focused on recruiting up to grow faster. Okay. You have to be focused on recruiting people that already have influence, people that already have networks. So when we say momentum starts with you, number one is you got to recruit up. Number two is you have to recruit to retain to then expand. Okay, so I recruit Abby, boom. Does the work end right there? No, that's where it starts. Okay, now I have to retain Abby. How do I retain Abby? I help her get a result in her first 24 to 48 hours on the products. Or I help her recruit somebody, because now there's accountability. And then we expand. Now we set up a launch call. Now we set up an event. Now we set up what's next. So you, as a leader, you always got to know what's next, right? You guys have this call here today. What's next? Leaving this call, we got to know what is moving forward. So the key factor in igniting momentum in this business is recruiting up. Okay, you got to be able to go and look at, and this is how it shows you if you're recruiting up. Your PRSV, your personal sales volume. Okay, your personal sales volume. Okay, let's continue. Good question. All right, when prospecting, how do you find a balance between being direct posture and not chasing or pushing? So this is a good question, Rachel. So the first thing is your belief. Okay, if you really believe in something, you'll never feel like you're pushing somebody. Now, the words that you say could make it feel that way. They could feel that way. So the balance is simple. As long as you have what we call leverage, this is what kind of evens the playing field. So if I'm like, hey, Rachel, the reason that you want to get started today, and I'm showing you value, why you need to join today. Hey, I have somebody in my holding tank. Hey, we'll let you get started today for $199. Hey, I have 2 customers joining tomorrow. Let's get you started here today. So as long as you have leverage, it won't be it won't be pushy. But if you're like, hey, you got to do this today or the highway, then they're like, yo, what's up? Okay. But remember, when you pre-qualify people, this is what allows them to sell you on why you should work with them. So I'm like, hey, are you willing to work? Are you coachable? Do you have a desire for change? And I always ask people this question. What do you bring to our team? Hey, Abby, if I decide to work with you, what characteristics do you bring to an organization? Are you coachable? Are you willing to work? So now Abby starts selling herself why I should even work with her. Abby's still a prospect. Okay. The psychology of new people in this industry is I need everybody in my team. And the reality is no, you don't. And no, you don't want everybody in your team. You want to build a team of people that are moving in the same direction, and you get to choose, right? If you lie to people, you'll build a team of lies. If you manipulate people, you build a team of manipulators, but then eventually those fall. So I always pre-qualify people and ask them, hey, what do you bring to our team? If I decide to work with you, Abby, I asked this kid on Instagram this 2 days ago. He signed up last night, like at 5 o'clock in the morning. He's like, I woke up fired up and I just got started. Text me that this morning, okay? Or 2 days ago, whatever. And guess what? I pre-qualified him. I'm like, hey, look, I have thousands of people on my team. I don't really have time. I might take on 1 or 2 more students. Something that I usually say is, hey, there's limited spots for the month for personal people that I'm going to bring into the organization. Because it's exclusive. See, if it's not exclusive, I don't want it. Okay? Like, why do people spend money? Like, I just went to Off-White and bought these hoodies. It was like stupid amount of money. It's a waste of money, but they're like $800 a hoodie, right? And I could wear this hoodie for $50 or $100, but those are exclusive. If you have that hoodie, it's almost $1,000. The hoodie, if you know, right? Jason Brown just bought a Richard Mille. We were at dinner last night. He's wearing somebody's house on his wrist, but Richard Mille's like slogan is the odds of 2 people at the same dinner, both wearing a Richard Mille, is very, very slim, very slim. So if you have one on and see, it's an exclusive, right? Rolex is exclusive, AP is exclusive, but there's certain things that people just don't have, right? So you got to treat your business like that when you're qualifying people, okay? This is exclusive, and you got to be a certain type of person to have it, okay? Top skills, DMOs for every serious person, okay? Good question. You guys have all seen this before. I'm going to give it to you in a different way, though. Promotion pays the most money. Okay? Floyd Mayweather really doesn't even fight anymore, and he's promoting other people's fights, and he's still making insane amounts of money. Okay? Promotion pays the most money. Okay? Presenting starts to show you are serious and a leader and leadership. Okay, you showing the plan. Okay, now in the beginning, you shouldn't be showing the plan. In the beginning, you should be showing people the video. The video does all the work, why trading works. Okay, behind the scenes, we're actually putting together a website for the entire organization. That's going to have a lot of different cool stuff there. Okay, and then the third skill, okay, promoting, presenting, prospecting. Okay, this is a everyday. I'm just going to put everyday thing. Okay, you're doing this every single day. See, every day I'm talking to people. Every day I'm asking questions like, hey, do you like where you work at? I'm asking people, the lady behind the counter the other day that was making my shake at the gym. And I'm like, hey, how long you been working here? I've seen her a bunch of times. I always give her like some tips. And the other day asked her, she's like, I've been working here for like 3 years. And I already kind of knew the questions. I've been going to this gym for a little bit. And I'm like, great, how do you like it? And she's like, I'm doing it. It's good. It's, it's cash. The place is cash. And I'm like, cool. Well, what are you doing with the money that you're making here? She's like, I just kind of save it. I'm like, if there was a way to grow that, would you take a look? She's like, yeah. And then she added me on Instagram. Okay. Messaged me last week. And I got to sit down with her. She's like in Ecuador right now with her family. So It's an everyday thing. Every day I'm prospecting on social media. It's non-negotiable. This is good for Matt Wilson's next question. Every day I'm doing these 3 things. There's never a day, my birthday, I'm doing it. Christmas, I'm doing it. My parents' birthdays, I'm doing it. Okay, I'm always prospecting people, whether it's online or offline, and I'm asking questions. You see, questions get you in the door. Questions and compliments. Hey, let's see. It's like, hey, Tony, I like those shoes, bro. Let's say we're at the gym. Hey, Tony, I like those shoes. Where'd you get them from? Oh, I got them from Nike. I went to the Nike factory. Oh, cool. Which Nike factory? Oh, yeah, the one in Miami. Oh, great, bro. Cool. Well, where do you work at? Do you work at Nike? No, I work at Costco. Oh, do you like working at Costco? No, I hate it. Oh, dude, I actually just started a business. Okay, we're actually looking for some serious, qualified people that have a good work ethic in the area. Are you open to another stream of income? That's it. A compliment gets me in the conversation. See, you could write that down. Compliments get you into conversations. The conversations lead you to the exposure. Okay, so every day I'm focused on these 3 skills. Okay, this is what I'm physically doing. I'm physically promoting. I'm physically showing the plan every day. I did the webinar today at 2. I have a webinar at 7 with a bunch of players for the Los Angeles Angels. And then I have a call at 9:30. I'll be doing 3 presentations today personally for the team and for myself. Okay. Plus, I enrolled 5 people this week. So I'm doing a launch call at 8 o'clock tonight for all my personals that I enrolled this week. They've already been launched, but I'm now getting them to meet each other. Write this down. This is really important. This is an untaught skill. Getting people working together, Jim Rohn said. He said there's magic when people work together. So let's say I enroll Alexandra, and then let's say I enroll Crystal, and I place Crystal and Alexandra's team. I connect them. I get them working together. I get them, talking about the next call. I get them talking about going to the next major event together because now they're working together. Okay. And I always match and mirror people. Okay. Very, very important. How do I get out of the salesman mode? Stop selling and start sharing. Stop selling and start sharing your story. Okay, so sales, all sales is it's storytelling. It's storytelling from the beginning to the end, from the beginning to the sale. Now, we don't sell people in network marketing because a sale is a transaction type business. I sell ledgers. You want to buy a ledger for your crypto. I sell it to you. I get $100. You get the ledger. That's it. In network marketing, we are building relationships. We're building relationships. So it's not a transactional business, right? Abby signs up through my link. Wow, I made $25 or $50. I'll make a lot more money if I help Abby and I focus on Abby going chairman 10. So I'm sharing a story. So how do you get out of that mode? Share your story. Hey, John, this is the reason why I'm doing this. See, if you don't know what to say to somebody, just tell them why you're doing it. People ask me all the time, why do you trade crypto? For freedom. I have the ability to do whatever I want. Okay. And I'm not talking money freedom. I'm talking overall freedom. Well, why are you in IM Academy? Education. I wanted to learn. Guys, sharing your story is the easiest thing to do. What books do you recommend for this industry? Okay, so network marketing related, you got to read GoPro. I'm actually in a group chat with Eric Worre right now. He's actually, I'm in this group chat with him. GoPro, Building an Empire. Mindset, what to say when you talk to yourself. This is not network marketing related, but you need to read this. Developing the leader within you. And then there's developing the leaders around you. So anything John Maxwell, okay? Anything John Maxwell, just buy all John Maxwell books, okay? Just buy them all. I have tons of them, okay? Literally 15 Laws of Growth. I mean, leadership. I mean, I have so many John Maxwell books. It's crazy. And the mindset, what to say when you talk to yourself, Think and Grow Rich is good. It's very good. But if you're not, you got to read Think and Grow Rich multiple times. When I first read this in 2013, I was like, okay, desire. I got to have desire. That's all I understood. But then you slowly start to get it. Like, there's an emotional attachment behind desire, right? I have to have a plan. There has to be a sacrifice for me to acquire something. So Think and Grow Rich as well. I don't really put people on Think and Grow Rich first because it's very complex in the beginning. Okay. But these are the top books. Audios, the only audio you need, anything John Maxwell, yes, but in network marketing is building your network marketing business. I still listen to this every single week in the car. This is an audio on YouTube. This right here, just study that. Okay. I give new people that audio to listen to. Okay. Thank you for being here. I'm grateful to be here. How do you stay organized with prospects? Okay. I'm gonna erase the whiteboard, so maybe take a picture, guys. I'm gonna erase the whiteboard. Okay. So here's what I have. Okay. So I have, number one is I have a calendar. Okay. So everything is in my calendar. So if everything's in my calendar, okay, I have the ability to map it out. So for example, let's just look at last week or a couple weeks ago. Okay, so this was my calendar. Everything was here. Now, all of these like are appointments, meetings, enrollment. So I have everything mapped out. Now I have a list. Okay, write this down. This is how I organize my list. I have a physical list of prospects, and then I have a follow-up list of people that need to join, that need to get started. So when I'm in the car, or if I have my physical list of people that need to see the information, and then I have a follow-up list. Now my follow-up list is really what I'm hitting on Mondays as we close the week. My follow-up list is really what I'm focused on because they're about to get started. So every day I'm adding new people to my physical list, whether it's through social media, through wherever. Okay, the guy at the gym, this person at the dinner spot, the waitress, the waiter. Okay, but then my follow-up list is these are the people that just need to get started. So how I organize my calendar is simple. Is I spend at least 2 hours a day prospecting, 2 hours a day showing the plan, 2 hours a day promoting calls, events, different things. If you're full-time, if you're part-time, it's 1 hour of each minimum. I mean minimum. And if you do anything less than that, you're not going chairman. You're not going P2000, and you're not gonna become a success story in the business side. I'm sorry. You have to spend time doing these things. Okay. So I just organize my list by having my prospect list, my follow-up list. Now I have my list in my calendar. My follow-up list, I also put it in my phone. So when I'm driving, I just call them. Okay. I don't like having everything in my phone. It just gets unorganized. But my follow-ups, I'll put like a list on my notes of all their names. And then I'll just be calling those people in the car. Hey, are you ready to get started yet? Hey, I just enrolled somebody. Okay. I'm a law enforcement. So my dad is retired. My dad was a police officer for 27 years. We have tons of people in the military though. We have hundreds of customers at Fort Hood. We have tons of people. So how did he build the business since the agency? Just, I don't think there's really a big deal. Which branch are you in? But just don't be loud. Just don't be loud promoting it and hyping it up. But we have tons of people. I did a whole presentation at Camp Lejeune I've done presentations at Camp Lejeune, Marine Base in North Carolina. I've been on Camp Pendleton. I've been in Camp Miramar in San Diego. So military, you can definitely build this. And obviously people get paid today and on the 15th. So it's kind of good to know when your prospects have money. So just don't be loud about it, But, if somebody's in the military or in law enforcement, like my dad's entire team is a lot of retired police officers and firefighters, but they all have one thing in common, and they're pretty disciplined. My dad's made almost $500,000 trading in 2 years because he's disciplined. So some people have to learn discipline and then they apply it. Some people already have it and they come into it with discipline. Okay. What are some key characteristics of a P2K? Okay, let me think for a second. So putting myself back in those shoes when I was running for $2,000 a month in this industry, it's a few things. So a P2K, this is a good question. So to become a P2K, you probably have had to face adversity in your business. Meaning, I told this to Steve Max, his wife. So Denise asked me, we were at his house waiting for the back office to update. She said, well, do you know when somebody's going to become a chairman? Like, do you know when you meet them? And the answer is yes, but the answer is also no. I said, and this is really important for P2K. I said, because this is when I knew Steve Max was going to become a chairman. He was fighting for P2K for a long time. And every time he got close, he would get pushed back closer to 1K. And I told Denise, Steve's wife, that I know when somebody's going to become a chairman when they go through their first adversity in their business early on. People look good. People got followers. No, none of that shit matters, to be honest. And what matters is, yes, they have to have potential. Yes, they have to, carry themselves in a certain way. I can tell there, but I really can't tell if I know Abby's going to become a chairman because of what she's gone through. No doubt about it. It's already done. But when you're going P2K, you probably faced adversity, whether you went from P1K backwards or P1K it's a jump. 1K to 5K takes time. And you got to be okay with that. After you go 5K, now you just got to do more. Now you got to go on tour. Now you got to put in the work. At 5K is really where you really get to work. Steve wanted to take off like 4 days. He's like, bro, when I hit chairman, he told me this like 2 months ago. He's like, bro, when I hit chairman, I'm going to take a couple of days. He has not gotten off the phone. We were at dinner last night. He's like, I just got off a call on the way into dinner at Prime 112. And he's like, bro, I'm working harder than ever. I said, exactly. Going chairman is one thing, staying chairman and continuing through the chairman ranks is another thing. So number one is you have to be able to take adversity. Number two is you have to make it about everybody else. So you have to continue to enroll. P2Ks are great at personally recruiting, but they can duplicate platinum 150s. See, a P2K has the ability to bring me in and help me go P150, 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 and just break them in the team. Okay. P2K, PRSV needs to be at least 1,500 to 2,000. Okay. You need to have at least 1/5 of your business personally enrolled. Okay. Minimum. And then I'll give you guys one more thing here. So characteristics of a P2K is they go through adversity. Okay. They make it about other people. They make it about other P150s. They can duplicate P150s, and they need to identify 4 platinum 600s minimum. Really 5 people that they could help go platinum 600. And if you don't have them in your business yet, you will have to attract them. Okay. That was a good question. What do you say to people that come in and think they need to have a result to share this? It's like saying, there's a lot of things I say to people like that. I say, number one, you want to leverage other people's money to trade. Okay. If you're worried about, like somebody today, I enrolled. He's like, bro, I'm going to put $100 into a yield bouncer on crypto and get 9% a year. I'm like, bro, you're going to make like $9 a year. Do not do that. You need to make more money to put into the yield bouncer. Okay. You need to put 100 grand, okay, to then make 9 grand a year passive income. That's okay. But you're not putting $100 in. I said, take out the money, withdraw. And I explained to him, like, and he's like, I don't want to build. I'm like, what do you mean you don't want to build? I'm like, you have a whole list, you have a whole network of people. So here's what I said. I'm like, look, I'm not going to force you to do anything, but if I'm going to work with you, I build the business and I trade. And if you want my trading attention, we have to open up the list and we have to help some people. And I just shut him down with this. Hey, who do you know? Do you know anybody in your list, man? Do you know anybody in your network that needs to make more money? Yeah, my uncle, man, got laid off. Yeah, my sister needs to make more money. Dude, we have a vehicle to make more money. We should probably put those people in a group chat with me here today. Okay, and all I do with their first 5 is I do the work for them for their first 5. Not forever, but I'll taproot their first 5. And I'll say, hey, Abby, Tony, definitely welcome to the team. And they start like, I just want to trade. I'm like, great. Do you have money to trade for the next 12 months? No. Great. Here's what I need you to do. I need you to put me in 5 group chats today, Abby, with your 5 most influential people that you know. I need to talk to, oh, your friend's a barber? I need to talk to the owner of the barber shop. Oh, your friend's a hairdresser? I need to talk to the lady that owns the hairdressing place. Okay. I personally, like where I'm at, I'm not dealing with people that waste time. I don't got time for it, and neither do you. And you want to build that standard as a P150, as a P600, as a P1000. Okay. So what do I say to them? I'm like, hey, look, everybody that's having success is building, and I don't even use the word building, is showing people that this works, and then they get a result. Okay. What were your greatest failures, and what did they teach you? That's a really powerful question. My greatest failures, it's a lot, bro. It's a lot of failures. Definitely in the beginning when I was, 18 and younger in this industry, I was very ignorant. So like, let's say you didn't want to do this, I would just tell you to like, go jump off a bridge, and I would block you, and I just wouldn't talk to you. Right. So I learned not to burn bridges, and I failed because I cut a lot of people out of my life. Like not even just like just letting them go. I was like, yo, you're an effing idiot. That you're going to be poor forever. So I learned how to treat people right at like 19, 20 years old. So I definitely count that as a failure, but I was almost depressed for almost 2 years because I had made 6 figures from 18 to 21 years old. And then from 22 to almost 23, I wasn't doing anything. So one of my failures was indecision. It was just was not doing anything. I was just living off some of my savings, traveling when I could. So indecision was definitely a failure because I wasted 2 years. As when Jason and Matt joined the company, I could have joined as well. What if game, right? I'm not playing that. But I remember iMarkets Live back in the day. I remember when they joined. I remember them doing meetings 5 minutes from my house. And I'm like, nah. Forex, network marketing, completely going to get shut down, right? If it's not a physical product, I don't want to do it. Crazy. Okay. What are some key points when sharing your story? Great question. Great question. Everybody needs to know this. So sharing your story or testimonial, because maybe you may get asked to speak on like a team call, like, hey, share your 1-minute testimonial or share your story. So it applies to both what I'm going to share with you. A testimonial, though, would be 1 minute. So if I say, hey, Tony, you're sharing your testimonial tonight, it's 1 minute. Not 10 minutes, 1 minute. Okay. 3 things. 1, so where you were or what you were doing before. Great question. So I'm like, okay, before I'm Academy, I just say I was in a health and nutrition company. I was doing that for 3 years. I had some success. I lost it. I wasn't happy. People weren't winning. Whatever you were doing before. Hey, I was a teacher, or I was whatever you were doing before. Number 2 is what is happening now / what has changed. So, I was a teacher. I've always been into education. And my neighbor said, hey, come take a look at this trading thing. I was really skeptical, but then I saw the platform. The platform made sense, and I got started. I had my biggest day trading yesterday. I went platinum 1,000. I have a residual income. So you're sharing what's happening with your business now. Now, number 3 is the most important thing. And remember, as a testimonial, this is 1 minute. If you're sharing your story like on a bigger call, five minutes max. Okay. Here's number 3. And when I'm prospecting, guys, this is what I'm sharing. This is what I'm talking about. Okay. The vision. Number 3 is the vision and what's about to happen next. So just when I was 18 and making no money, I was literally telling people, probably screaming at people. I was screaming at people. I was going to become a multimillionaire before I was 21. Okay. I was saying millionaire before 21. Now that was way aggressive. I was making no money, but people were like, damn, this kid is crazy, but his vision is so nuts that I may even join anyways. And we would enroll 18-year-old kids. We would enroll 70-year-old people at the events because they were scared not to join. So I told them what I was doing. I was playing baseball at the time. I was in high school. I told them, hey, this is why you got to get involved in this company now. When you look at IM Academy, look at crypto. Hey, you got to get started now because you need this crypto education. You need to learn about this stuff. Excuse me. And then you talk about what's about to happen for you. Hey, in the next 90 days, John, I'm going to be earning an extra $5,000 a month. Maybe you're not making no money a month right now, but you tell people what's about to happen. That's what Chris Terry did. And now Chris Terry's a billionaire. Chris Terry did that when he was broke in New York City. Chris Terry told Jason and Matt that there were 60,000 people in the company when there was 1,000 people in the company, and then it happened. So the vision is what's about to happen next. Okay, you gotta know this for you though. You gotta write this out. You should write this out today. Okay, point number 1, where was I? What was I doing before this? Okay, what's happening now? And guys, the magic of part-time. Okay, nobody here should be full-time in this business. Okay, everybody here should have another stream of income outside, whether it's a job, a business, something else, trading. You shouldn't just have one stream of income. Definitely not in this company. So you got to share, hey, I take care of, I'm a school teacher, right? I'm a school teacher, but then part-time I'm trading. That's what relates to people. The magic of part-time. See, nobody cares. If somebody says, well, how much money have you made? Or what rank are you? Well, I'm a platinum 1,000. You're full-time? 1,000 a month, bro? I can't survive on that. They're not going to do it. But if I'm like, hey, I've been involved now for 6 months, I'm still working at my desk job, but look, the past 30 days, I made $6,000 trading part-time. Wow. Now, sometimes you don't want to be using bigger numbers, but you got to share your story. I like to talk about 600 a month, 1,000 a month, because that's the sweet spot for most families. That's some groceries for that single mom for the whole month. That's a car payment for that single dad. That's extra income that they can use or donate or give to their church, whatever it is. But that extra $600 to $1,000 a month is what we want to focus on. Okay, we want to go help as many people, guys, make $600 a month. Okay, I'm going to answer 3 more questions, maybe a little bit faster. Okay. How do you find a good person when it comes to bringing in someone on the team? What do you look for? Okay, this is a good question. Write this down. Okay, you attract who you are, not what you want. So I want to attract NBA players into my organization. I want to attract people that have made $10 million. I want to attract the best leaders in the world. But I'm going to attract who I am. I'm going to attract however I speak. I'm going to attract people that speak similar. However, whatever my beliefs are, I'm going to attract people that may believe similar to what I believe. So you may want to attract the best people in the world. So did I. And so do I. But I knew that I had to get better. So how do you find a good person? And this is a good question. Number 1 is I focused on getting good. I focused on showing the plan. I focused on sharpening my axe every day. Okay. Now, what I look for in somebody is simple. Are you willing to work? Are you coachable? Are you humble? I know people that they're great, but they're not humble, and I can't work with them. Even for people in the team, I have people in my team that I don't work with. There's just some sort of disbalance. Humility is very important because when you go through adversity, okay, I was not humble earlier on in my career. God humbled me, put me through 2.5 years of adversity, almost 3 years of adversity, to then show me the next opportunity I bring into your life, you're going to respect that opportunity. Some people, Joseph, this is a good question, have not been humbled before. And I'm not really trying to spend time with people and let them get humbled while I'm trying to work with them. So I want to work with people that have a humble heart and that have the right intentions. So I'll ask people, Joseph, I'll say, hey, well, why are you doing this? Or why should I help you? Or why, or what do you bring to our team? And I listen. Well, dude, I'm just looking to get rich, or I'm just looking, that's okay. But just really ask them, well, really, why do you want to do this? This sounds so corny and cheesy, but the reasons keep people in the game. The reasons that you and me are doing this business, because if I quit on my 8-year-old brother watching his brother be a quitter. Does that make sense? You got to have enough compelling reasons that keep you in the game. Okay. 2 more questions, and then we're going to finish this. You guys are asking amazing questions, by the way. This is really good. Okay, how to create urgency for a prospect when setting up a 3-way call. Great question. Exposure process. Go on Apple Music and Spotify or whatever you have and type in my name, Mike Sotero, and exposure process. And there's a good audio there, but it's simple. They watch a video or they get on a webinar. Right when the video or webinar ends, they're on the 3-way call. So I let them know, hey, ahead of time. Hey, Caitlin, if I sent you this video, would you be able to watch it right now? It's 10 minutes. After the video ends, I'm going to call you back, and I'm going to answer your questions. Okay. So right when you watch the video or get on the webinar, you're getting a call. And then I'm introducing and I'm bridging the gap. Hey, Caitlin, you got to meet, my friend Jason, extremely successful entrepreneur, one of the most successful people I know, somebody that's earned well over, 7-8 figures. You need to hear his story. And I actually got a hold of him and he has 5 minutes to answer your questions. Boom. Any news? There's going to be an event in August, and then we're going to have a convention. Don't tell anybody I said this. In October. Company convention, 25,000 people in October. Okay. In a baseball stadium. That's all I'm going to say. In a baseball stadium. Y'all not ready for that. Okay. So August, we're having an event, a team event. I believe it's going to be at the same place we were just at in Dallas, in Fort Worth. October, company convention, 25 to 30,000 seats. Get ready. We would have already done this already if it wasn't due to the season that we're in. Okay. And the last question I'll answer is this. What has been your learning curve? This is good. My biggest learning curve was trading. This is a good question, a good way to end this. My biggest learning curve was believing that I couldn't trade and I couldn't build. And even when I was on the chairman run, and even after I hit chairman, I would say, okay, this month I'm just going to build, or this month I'm just going to trade. And then I realized that I was just full of it. Okay. If you're doing that, you have to stop. You can do both, but you have to learn how to allocate your time. That's why your calendar dictates everything. I decided to go on Go Live. They asked me to do this a year ago, but I decided now to do it to show the whole personal organization that you can do both. I'm doing both. And I'm teaching almost 6 hours a week, okay? I'm doing both. I'm doing probably 10 hours a week of Zoom calls for other leaders, teaching them how to, use crypto now. So I decided to put more on my plate, which was already full. But how can I complain? We are grateful to be a part of this company. So the learning curve was balancing both. The second I did that about a year ago, everything changed and the business started to grow. The business is growing, and obviously trading as well. So understand, leaving this call, okay, everything that we talked about, hopefully you got what you needed to hear from this call. Some of you guys may have needed to hear this. Some of you maybe needed to hear this. Some of you maybe needed to hear this. But what you get paid on, okay, and I'm going to pass it back to Abby to wrap us up. What you get paid on is the action that you're going to take leaving this call. It's not being on the call. You don't make money by getting on these calls. You make money, or you make impact, or you create a new rank by what you do when nobody's watching you. I learned that at 18. My mentor said that to me day one. He's like, bro, you're going to get paid. He called me Michael. He was, 65 years old. He made 50 million in Amway. He said, Michael, when people are not looking at you, that's what's going to determine how many people look at you one day in the future on a stage or on a call. And I said, damn. I said, yes, sir. I'm going to get to work. Okay. That was my first conversation with Mr. Tom. And he said that to me. And I said, okay, I'm by myself right now. We're not on Zoom. We're not on a call. I should probably pick up this thing called a phone and call some friends and invite them to the event tonight. I should probably invite some people to a Zoom call at 2 p.m. on Saturday. That's somebody who's made almost 2 M's in this industry and in trading. He's going to be speaking at 2 p.m. How many people did you have on the call today? So I really think about like that kind of stuff. And I did not need somebody to tell me, hey, go promote the next call. What's the next call for the team? In the chat box, what's the next thing happening for the organization? Okay. Tomorrow night, we have a team call. Now, you can't wait for the team call. You want to go enroll 5 new customers before the team call. Get them on that call. Let them see the recognition. Let them see the culture. Let them, get trained, and get their mindsets right. Okay. So you as a leader have to know what's always next and always know that you're going to get paid for what you do in the dark. And what you do in the dark is in the dark for a reason. Okay. What you do in the dark is in the dark for a reason. And then that's what will show us. That's what will show yourself if you really want to be in the light, and not in the light in an egotistical way, like, hey, look at me, I'm a chairman, or hey, I'm a P2K. But that's what will really show you if you really desire to be in this company and be a success story. Okay. Because when you look at, and I'm going to end it with this real quick. When you look at these names, and I did this on a training with our Spanish team the other day. When you look at these names on the Chairman Hall of Fame, I'm just going to sign into somebody's back office bill. When you look at these names, here's what you should be saying. Is Bryce better than me? Is David better than me? Is Jason and Matt better than me? They've gone through more things. They've gone through more adversity. They've experienced more things, but they're not better than you and me. Are all these Chairman 250s that make $300,000 a month better than me? Are all of these Chairman 100s, guys, this is not normal in our company. Guys, some companies have literally 3 people making 6 figures a year. Some companies have 1 or 2 people making 6 figures a month. And I remember seeing this compensation plan and it made sense. Are these Chairman 50s in Japan or whatever country that is, or Portugal or Mexico, are they better than you? They're not better than you. They've just experienced more things than you. Are all these Chairman 25s better than you? No. There's 79 Chairman 25s. Now there's hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of Chairman 10s. You're telling me that you can't become a chairman? It's gonna require to do a lot of work when nobody's watching. 325 active qualified Chairman 10s right now. Guys, I've been in this industry 8 years. Only one explanation, that's God for sure. I think everybody's very aware of that. But now you got to say, well, it's my turn. It's my turn to go become the next success story, and not in an egotistical way, but you need to be a little bit selfish sometimes. Like, it's my season to go win. Now I got to get to work. Now I got to pick up the phone. Now I got to book the meetings. Now I got to drive to Starbucks 30 minutes west, and then I got to drive an hour east, whatever it takes to get this thing done. Okay. So you're in great hands with all the leadership on this call, brand new P1s, Alexandra, Tony. Okay. You have obviously Abby leading this organization, but just don't take yourself and don't take anybody else for granted. See, it's your business. It's not Abby's team. It's not Abby's organization. It's your organization. You could outrank Abby. You could outrank me. Okay. My upline, the person that's right above me, is a Platinum 5,000. The person above him is the same rank as me, and I'm going to outrank him in the month of May. You understand that? It's not about placements. It's understanding where you're physically placed in this company and then getting to work. So Abby, I appreciate the invitation. I'm going to pass this thing back to you.
Let's go. Let's go, guys. Drop some love for Mikey for jumping on here and pouring into us this Saturday. Guys, he did not have to be on here. He's a busy guy. He already talked about it. DCX educator, helping people from all over the world get access to what we have. And he has his own organization about to go Chairman 50. Mikey, we appreciate you. We love you. We respect you. And guys, I'm fired up for you guys making the decision to be on this call today. Literally last minute, just texted you guys literally the other day. But we're ready to go. I'm fired up. I'm excited. But most importantly, I'm excited and fired up for you guys to where you're going to go this year, who you're going to become. And I think the biggest thing is who you're taking with you. So hopefully you got what you needed from this call. Mikey said it best. Now it's time to go apply. Now it's time to get to work. Leverage me, leverage Tony, Rachel, Daniela, Alex, everybody that's on this call. Caitlin, we're ready to help you guys go to the next level. But you are next. Mikey just said it. But I love you guys. I appreciate you. Next call is tomorrow, Sunday night. Lock it in your calendar. Let your team know. And I'll talk to you guys very soon. Peace out.